Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Annie.
And we have 111 years of experience. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about aging parents.
Kind of in this role reversal of your parents have always taken care of you, and now you feel, like you want to be there to help them if they would need it.
Yep. Also, before we get all the way into that, thank you to everybody that has been asking, when are you going to do another episode?
Yes, it really made our hearts very happy. We were so excited to hear that people missed us a little bit, and it just made our day.
Because we didn't think anybody would miss us.
We didn't think anybody would miss us, and so that somebody missed us, I felt really good.
We were excited about that.
Yeah, it made me pretty happy. Yeah.
So thank you for all of our people that are watching and the people that have been following our podcast, our little tiny podcast.
Yes.
And we're hoping to grow it this year. We're
Yep.
hoping to make it, since we're starting January instead of in June, because we only did it like a half a year.
Yeah.
So hopefully this year
It'll grow even more.
It'll grow even more. That's the goal anyway. So more impact is
more impact.
That is our mantra for the year,
more
right?
impact.
Our goal, our mantra.
And just to try to keep going with what we feel like is really working. Relatable topics, and try to be positive, talking about things, and trying to just, we've been there. As we say, we have 111 years experience.
More than that now.
More than that now. But I do think, I think a lot of things happen. You just don't know what the answers are in that moment. Somebody might know what that answer is.
Right, yeah.
You just don't know what that answer is.
Or at least maybe it can give you an idea.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'd like to start off and say, I'm very lucky. I feel very, very blessed. I have both my parents still, and they're in their 70s, and they're doing great. I have to say I'm very, very blessed that my younger brother, Sean, still lives with them, and he's wonderful about if they need anything or helping them in any way. Sean, you've been great, and I just want to appreciate that. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that. It takes a lot of load off of my shoulders, and it's probably one of those things that you don't even think about, but it really does.
Yeah, it's nice to have a young pair of hands and a young back around.
Yeah, I'm sure that they take advantage of that from you once in a while. But overall, they've been in pretty good health. Dad had some health issues come up. I guess it's been 2 years, almost 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And so
I wasn't sure when. I knew
we kind of went through
recent.
it was at the beginning of the school year in 23.
Okay.
So August of 23. And so he went through and had to have open heart surgery. And so we were kind of touch and go for a while with how he was doing. But it all worked out really well. He's doing great. Really proud of him and her and mom too, that they do take care. They attempt to take care of themselves, which is all any of us can ask.
Right.
Is that we're attempting it.
Yeah.
We're trying to make as best choices as we can.
Oh, sorry.
So what about you?
Well, this past week, last week, New Year's Eve, they had to take my dad to the emergency room because he was having trouble breathing. So ended up getting diagnosed with pneumonia, which, when you're 92, pneumonia is not a good thing. So he is still in the hospital, but they've worked his pneumonia just about out. It's just about out. But he is, his legs are getting weak and he's getting unsteady. So he has to use a walker, which he hates. He can't stand it. This is so recent. It's like all of a sudden things are like spiraling pretty quickly. So, it's hard. It's hard. We've been having to take turns, like spending the night at the hospital with him because we're afraid, in the night going to the bathroom, he might fall. So we need somebody there just to watch him and make sure he's getting from A to B and back and forth in the bed. And, it's just, it has been hard. It's just hard.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Physically, mentally.
Yeah.
And then the days you come out and you go, I don't know what day it is.
Right. What time is it?
And you watch the clock.
Yeah.
But you still, it's like time just goes, it's like you don't have any idea of anything.
Hospital time is different from
their own time.
Their own time. Don't even try to pretend that you are going to get them to do something in your time.
No.
It's not possible.
No.
You have to submit to the whole hospital thing of you're on their time. And it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
That is frustrating in itself because they'll say, oh, well, someone will get back to you. That could be this afternoon. That could be tomorrow afternoon. And you're sitting with, you've got one person to worry about and they've got more than one person to worry about.
Right.
So I think hospitals are very frustrating. I find that very difficult. I would say, having said that, I feel like I have a pretty good tolerance for it where I know like my husband does not.
Yeah.
He does not.
It's hard.
Some people,
so hard.
I get why some people are just so anti going in and even sitting in there. They will do what they have to do. But they do not like it one bit. And I think part of it is the fact that you have to submit to the hospital's timing of everything. You really submit all your control to them taking care of you. And it can be very frustrating. And I'm sure your dad's dealing with that as well.
A little bit, yeah.
That,
But I'm kind of proud of him because they have had his sodium level have been low, and they have had to take so much blood out of him, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're going to stick him again? I mean, they've stuck.
It's like every so many hours,
this hand. I'm just like, please stop. Just put a faucet on him or something where you turn it on and off.
Yeah.
It's so hard to watch him get stuck again, and he doesn't say a word. He's been an excellent patient.
Wow, that's really great.
I'm not sure I'd ever say that about my daddy.
Right, you just
because he's kind of like me. He's kind of stubborn, kind of impatient. I think I'm like him. So but he jokes with the people that come in and out, the nurses and the techs. And can I just shout out all the nurses and all the techs that we've had? Every single one of them going in and out of that room has been so sweet and so nice, and just try to get him to laugh, and he gets them to laugh, and then he picks at him, and they pick at him, and I mean, it's just been
that part of it. It
that
just
part
really
of it
helps,
has been really
and it
nice.
really helps people keep their spirits up when we have somebody coming in who is not old sourpuss.
Right?
Come in there and be like, they're coming in. They're like, hey, come on, I know this is terrible. I don't know. This is awful.
There's one. Her name is Tammy. She was an older. She said she was 56. I'm 59. Like we're like close to the same age, and. She said, I could tell he's a troublemaker from day one. Of course, he laughed. He thought that was funny. But just going back and forth with each other, it's been funny and nice to just have somebody, just look at who's coming in now.
Kind of changes.
Because here we sit watching TV.
And then there comes a point there where you feel like you're like, That's the other thing about hospitals. We're sleeping. It felt like it's so hard to sleep at the hospital.
That first night.
It's
my gosh. Then I
awful.
spent the night. Now, Connie spent the night the first night, and then I spent the night the second night. And he didn't sleep, and I didn't sleep, and it was bad. That was bad.
That was the thing that Dad really complained about, was that he said he could not sleep. And they were, because he had open heart surgery, he had to sleep on his back. Right. And he's a side sleeper.
Yeah, that's my dad, too.
It just drove him crazy.
Yeah, he was like, this is the worst bed ever.
He could not rest. This is so uncomfortable. He'd say, this bed's burning my tail. And he was frustrated. Yeah. And it was rough for a little while. And the biggest part of it was because he was so tired. Yes. And he wasn't sleeping.
He wasn't sleeping days before
He'd actually pass out from exhaustion.
Sitting up.
But just sitting up. And then he'd be wake up and uncomfortable and everything. Yeah. So it's a real thing. Trying to sleep at the hospital is a real thing.
And see, since Daddy's got pneumonia, they're giving him medicine to try to cough it,
so
cough it up.
Yeah.
So the coughing has been, that makes you tired when you cough all the time.
It's sore. You get sore.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine how sore his back and his chest are.
And probably his ribs.
And his ribs. Yeah, just from coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing hard.
It wears you
and
out.
Deep. And
but that's how you get rid of that.
That's how you get rid of it.
That mucus and all that.
Yep. So the first night he would cough and gag and cough and struggle to breathe because it was bad.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, it was scary. Well, he was saying I can't breathe. That's why they called an ambulance.
Yeah.
And took him because he was really struggling to breathe. So he was still struggling. They had him on a little bit of oxygen, but he was breathing with his mouth open. I was like, is that
He was
oxygen even working?
Gasping for breath.
Because his lungs were so full of stuff. Yeah, it was bad. So bad.
Yeah. The thing I remember too about Dad being in the hospital, we were talking about that, was that he had to go through the surgery. So after the surgery, he was
in pain too.
Well, he was nauseated from the anesthesia.
I get that way.
And the anesthesia they are under for so long that it really it's not unusual to have like a few days before it comes out all the way out of your system.
Yep.
And I remember everything they brought into that room. Just about everything would just turn his stomach. You could just see that. He's so hungry.
Yeah.
But he couldn't eat that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just,
Yeah.
And then he finally starts to get a tiny bit of appetite back, and he's on the heart healthy.
He's
so
like,
it's
this is
basically
bland.
like it's
like
bland,
this.
no seasoning. He can't taste very much anyway. So he always puts like hot pepper and he's like it's spicy. And so, yeah, that was just awful. I felt so bad for him. And there comes a point in there where I feel like most people are like, just bring me something from the real world.
Right.
I've had enough of this. And you can't.
We can't do that either because between his sodium levels and he's having trouble swallowing, they did a swallow study on him, which I didn't even know that was a thing. But he is aspirating just a little bitty bits of his food and his drinks. And so that's where this all came from.
And that builds up over time when you can't get rid of it. It's where's it going to go, you know?
Yeah.
So so hopefully they can get that all under control and he can be, he can go get home pretty soon and be out and at least more of a back to normal in your own environment. And if nothing else, that'll help.
That would help.
Yeah. Because I think that was like for Dad, that was a big goal for quite that last week that he was in there after he'd had the surgery, was just get me out. I just can't wait to get out of here. And that's what we kept telling him was his motivation was, okay,
you got to do this.
You got to do this so you can get out.
They got to make him walk. He didn't want to walk. He's like, I don't want to walk. But they got him up and we walked.
Because he's weak.
He's tired.
He's
weak.
Tired and it hurts.
But he was better. The last time I spent the night with him, he was had walked down one side of the hall and down the other and back, which was a lot. That's the most he'd moved since the last Wednesday. So
good.
A week ago. It's been a week. So he's doing that part. That part is a little bit stronger, and we had slept.
Right.
They gave him some melatonin. I was like, yes.
Hallelujah.
And I took 2 Advil.
And you slept too.
And I slept too. And they would come in. But see, they weren't coming in as often. They were coming in about every hour when I stayed with them.
And I think about it too, is like at first, when you first get there and they're treating these, the breathing issues and stuff like that, they are checking you a lot more often. And they are checking to see that you're okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a little more serious, more serious, but it's more of a red flag that something could be going on. But then when he starts to kind of stabilize on that stuff, well, then they can be a little more like, well, okay.
Yeah. And then it's like 2 hours instead of 1 hour. And so you got 2 more hours of sleep. Yeah. But the big thing was they come in, they take blood, they give him check the vitals, whatever, and then they walk out, and we both go back to sleep.
Back to sleep.
And that was not happening the first night.
Yeah, you kind of had adapted a little bit to the situation at that point.
And I had the white noise app on my phone, which I didn't have before.
Oh, good.
So we listened to every alarm on New Year's Day night.
Yeah.
There was somebody that was just like hitting the alarm every time they needed anything. I guess nobody was with them. And so they needed somebody.
They didn't have a family member, so
I guess
they needed a drink or whatever.
They needed something all the time. That alarm went off all night long. We were going, oh my gosh.
Again. Here it goes.
And we could hear it. We could hear them talking in the hallway, which, I mean, they're supposed to be able to talk in the hallway. They're at work.
Right, right.
It's in the middle of the night, but for them, they're just like, bing, bing, bing. We had this little nurse. Her name was Sandra. Oh my gosh, she was hilarious and so cute. She would bebop in there and go, I got to do this, okay? And she was yelling at him because, his hearing aids were out. So she knew he couldn't hear her unless she yelled.
So she had to yell at him.
So she was yelling and bouncing around. And I thought, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, kid. What are you doing?
She must have had her coffee too.
She was like that until 7 o'clock, until it was time for her to go.
Oh wow!
She was
Some people are like that though.
She's a night owl.
Yeah. Or she's just done it long enough that's just her routine.
Well, she was pretty young. All of them are pretty young.
Yeah, it kind of surprises you.
I'm so old.
That's the other part of it too. Is like I start looking at how
They're
much.
all babies. They're all in their 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. and doing great.
I'm like,
and
they're fabulous,
you
but
think
oh my
about,
gosh,
like,
you're like a baby.
It's kind of amazing to see how how much technology is involved. And,
Yes.
I mean, it's incredible.
All the machines
All
that
the
they do,
machines
like,
that they're able to read.
like to do their blood pressure, they just put the thing. They don't even put it up here. They can put it down here, and they just plug it up, and
bing bong, bing
and
bang,
it just
boom.
does it
on and upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hook them up, and see what it says. Write them down. Okay,
Yeah.
unhook it, and okay, we'll be back.
And like I said,
And they always
before,
say, "Do you need anything? Do you need anything?"
I really think though too, like the sleeping if you can get through the sleeping, and
Yes.
you can get through the food. You know, like for Dad, it was the food smells mostly. He just couldn't.
And that
couldn't
was probably
stand the
anesthesia.
smells.
My dad has liked their food. He's like, "This is really good."
Good.
He was like, "I'm kind of shocked at how good this is."
Because his sodium's low. They probably make him full sodium
Right.
too, which is helpful.
They've even got like a salt packet on there, and they're like, "You need to use this salt."
Yeah,
packet.
please eat the salt.
He goes, "It's a little bland." I'm like, "But look, there's a salt packet. You can use that."
Yes. It's not going to hurt you today. This is what they want you to have.
He's been eating sausage and gravy and
well, he's getting the good stuff then.
and they had like a little waffle and syrup and
No, that Dad was not on that same
coffee
regimen.
and orange juice. I bet.
No, because he's diabetic and he has the heart healthy, so he was getting like
bleh, oatmeal. Poor thing.
oatmeal, yeah.
Oh,
That kind of was it black coffee, which he didn't
Black
mind,
coffee.
but I remember they brought him in an egg, and he was happy to see the egg. And
Yeah.
like just simple things.
Yeah,
but
he
they'd
can eat
bring him in
eggs.
the
Yeah.
lunch, and sometimes he'd be like, I don't.
yeah. They have to cube up all of his meat, so like he has chicken and gravy and mashed potatoes and green beans. They have to cut up the green beans, but he ate every bite of it.
He was hungry.
Yeah, and then he went for several days where he wasn't as hungry, but it's just something about his thyroid. I don't know, something else. It was a lot of things.
Well, this is
It's a lot to keep up with.
And then too, like can't help but feel like you're so blessed to have him, even if he's
Yeah.
in his 90s.
Yeah,
so, like,
92.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How many people are, this is another thing we deal with at our age, is that a lot of people don't have their parents anymore.
No.
Their parents are gone.
I
And
think you're the only friend that I have that has
Besides
both of their.
you,
Besides me that has both of our
both
parents.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much one of the only ones that I
Yeah.
know of that either
they're around my age.
and that haven't lost both of their parents.
Right.
Quite a few have lost both parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel very lucky. I feel like, very lucky, very blessed that we still got them, and we're gonna, enjoy that as absolutely every day as much as we possibly can.
And the good thing, my dad, he remembers everything.
Yeah, because
Everything.
his whatever things he's dealing with don't have anything to do with
No, he's not.
He's
He's
sharp.
not anything with his mind. He's like sharp as a tack. So it's been really good. Like when it's just me and him, he'll sit and he'll tell me stuff. Or the other day I was like, "How did you and Mom meet?" I've never heard the story. And he's 90 years old. I've never heard the story. So, he told me about how they met and how he saw her at the square dance. And I was like, that's so cool. So cool. So, yeah, I will not, I wouldn't take, I hate that he's having been in the hospital, but I wouldn't take the time that I've gotten to hang out with him
for anything.
For anything,
yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's something about it too, is where I think you feel like in a small way you're getting to, like, that this person has just given so much of their life to take care of you.
Yeah.
And just to give that little tiny bit back, it just feels so great.
Yeah, for sure.
And boy, do I, you appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Just to be able to give a tiny bit back for all of the things that they've done for you.
Right.
It's just wonderful. I think though too, we're at this point in our age where there's a lot of people who are our age who have parents that either require, some people their parents actually live with them.
Right. Yeah.
Some have passed on. Some are having health issues and require extra care and and things like that. And so it really does fall into a lot of categories where I'm really grateful, very grateful that this is my situation. But but also I think too, you don't. I don't think you ever regret it. Like you won't regret it. It's time well invested.
Yep.
And if nothing else, for your own heart to be able to give back a tiny bit.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, we retired. Me and my sister both retired this past year. So I retired in May, and she retired in August, and we couldn't have timed it any better.
Right. Right. It's so true. And neither of you knowing that you'd be going.
Yeah. Neither of us knowing anything like this was going to happen. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It worked out. I think, sometimes our paths we can't see the why necessarily, all the whys.
It's like your gut's just telling you, it's time. This is what you need to do. So, yeah. And this is why.
and this is why.
You don't know right now, but this is why.
Yeah, exactly.
Later on down the road, these are the things that need to happen, and you're going to have to be there for them.
Yeah. And you're going to be glad that you have the ability to be there for them. I think that's it too.
And to be flexible,
Yeah, that you have the flexibility in your life now that you can just go and do. Where
right.
before
and I don't have to worry about getting a sub. I don't have to worry about writing lesson plans.
You don't have to worry about making any kind of extra effort or any of that. You just can go and do it. And that's so wonderful.
Yes.
So wonderful.
I'm very thankful for that.
I'm glad he's doing better. I hope
too.
that he just continues on this path and just is feeling great. Like just complete recovery as best as he can do.
Right.
Right.
Trying to just get him home.
Get him home. That's all you
get
care
him back
about.
in his chair.
Get him back in his favorite chair.
That's right.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It really means a lot. We take it for granted until we have to leave it behind. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Everything in the hospital is hard.
It is.
Like I know they've got to have everything like where they can wipe it down and disinfect
clean it.
But
Clean it.
Every chair, nothing is comfortable.
No, it's not like fabric that you really want to sit on.
No, it's not like this where you sit down and you're like, you can relax a little bit. There's no relaxing.
No, there's not. There is not.
And there's no relaxing. I'm like, man, when I come home and sit down after I've been there for 24 hours, and I was like, whew.
Yeah.
I miss my bed. I was like, my bed is so soft compared to the chair
that
I have to sleep
in. It feels so good to be back in my nest.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much he's going to feel?
Oh,
how
my
good
gosh.
he's going to feel.
I know,
when
he can't wait.
To his nest.
Yeah.
He's going to feel great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you have any stories or anything about what we've been talking about, our aging parents, you can put it in the comments or you can message us and tell us about it. And
we'd love to hear about whatever your story is, whether you've lost your parents and you miss them, or whether it's that you still have your parents like us and you're just trying to cherish the moments.
Yep. All right. Well, we appreciate y'all.
All right. Love ya.
See you later. Bye.